Okay, I forgot to transition in OBS. Yay. So we have EVGA X17. Clicks. Really easy to actuate. Let me just show that. Not too much pre-travel, but a ton of post-travel. One of the worst I've ever seen on the gaming mouse. I definitely wish I could improve in that aspect. I really like though. Fairly crispy. I'm not going to do a sound test. My mic's too trash to do that. Scroll wheel. I did end up breaking mine earlier, but it's pretty solid. It does seem like it's rattling around a bit, but I can't really. I didn't notice that for it. It's a tilt wheel. Rattle the mouse around. Nothing happens. Passes that. And build quality wise, this is, except for a little bit of creaking there. And there was an issue. Yeah, if you slam it down, it will click. It was changing profiles at one point. I don't know if it's doing that anymore. Because it was happening for a while, but it seems like when I opened up the mouse, that somehow fixed that. I'm not really sure how. Side buttons, they're really sort of weird. Kind of look like that. That's not your standard side buttons. Not a lot of pre and almost no post travel though. So actually some of the best side buttons I've used in that regard. Feel really crispy. Pretty good side buttons, although weird shape. Albeit weird shape. Feet, can't talk about feet because I had to open this up when I broke it. The old feet, they weren't bad, and you can't really mod them. So if you break them, it's not going to be good. And also it's kind of weird design. If you're not going to provide feet, that's fine. But I think you also have to make the design in such a way where you can actually like use your own. Cable is really stiff because this mouse, one of the main features on it is that it supports AK. Pulling. Sorry for the hiccups. No, and I don't know how well it does that, like, from a thing. Personally, on my computer, I didn't notice much of a difference when using 8K. And you have these buttons. Let me go open up software. So, why is it not cutting? Why is it? And now OBS is not working. I just thought that. Nope, we're good now. Okay. I decided to mess up. Okay, so you probably won't be able to tell this at 60 FPS. At 144, I can't tell it either. So we're in the same boat. It seems a tad smoother. It definitely works. I know, like, it feels like I have to move the mouse more. Really, it's just not worth it at all. I mean, oh well, you need a faster computer. Well, I have a Ryzen 5 3600. If it doesn't work on that, then it's not gonna be practical for anything. I don't know, it's just a dumb thing. You can also set up angle snap in the angle tune. There's also a sleep mode, which is dumb. This is they're making a wireless mouse, and so that's why I assume that's just a weird remnant from that in the software. And you got DPI and sniper, and it's like a bunch of sensitivity snake changes, and you can use XY, and it's in steps of 50. It's pretty good actually in that regard. And it has these LOD things, LOD calibration tools on the bottom of the mouse. Wait, let me transition. There we go. And I just don't focus on the mouse feed. That's my doing. And they're here, and then the mouse sensor has an LOD sensor. It sort of works, but honestly, when I used it, I didn't think it was all that amazing. LOD, I haven't really tested it, but it just doesn't, like, based on a quick test, doesn't seem like it's too special. A lot of lighting options. If you want RGB, and RGB on this mouse looks alright, although it does seem like it breaks a lot, especially this back one. It keeps reverting to something. I don't really know why. Probably because I don't. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm not playing it. Okay. And then you can do key assignment if it's macros, which I haven't messed with. Software is pretty solid. Oh, wait, I forgot to show that. Okay, so yeah, macro. Done. There we go. Okay. We've got all that crap. And yeah. So, and in conclusion, this mouse is $80. And oh yeah, I didn't talk about sensors. Sensors $33.89. It's fine. And at $80, it does sell for $40 occasionally, because that was what the EVGA Elite member pricing was. But for $80, this is a ripoff. Not a ripoff. That's not the right word. The wireless version that's coming out for $120 is a ripoff. This, I don't know. I just think it's not. I don't know. I don't have a G52, but I have the Basilisk X Hyperspeed. So for the Hyperspeed, let's assume this is on a sale price of $40 and it goes on a lot. Okay, for $80, I wouldn't not suggest buying this. But well, fine. Let's just compare it to MSRP and MSRP. This is for $60. You get a mouse with this with KL 4.0s, so much better switches. In my opinion, at least. You got a better scroll wheel. The side buttons on this are worse, but they're not bad side buttons. Build quality on this is pretty superb. It's pretty good on this too. It does seem to wobble a bit that way. Probably because of mouse feet, again. Probably because it's just the way it's designed. And with this, it weighs less. This is like 90. It's like 100 grams. So AAA mod, and this is 103. But I guess if you're not considering mod, so you know. To be fair, so you just be as fair as possible. You take off this sort of back door as well. Then you're left with a mouse that weighs. So to be fair, this does weigh a little less, but this is also wireless. Like unless you really want AK, you really like it EVGA, and for some reason you really like this weird Frankenstein B502 shape that is just screaming "Don't sue me," then maybe you'll like it, but I just think for $80, it's not a good value. But if you do like the shape, or there's like some other feature on this mouse and you really want, then maybe it's worth a look. You make that decision. It's not bad. I mean, there's nothing about it that I think would make me not suggest it. But it's just. They're just better mice, and that's the problem with being a clone. You have to do something special, and I don't think this does. Unless you just have small hands, palm grip. I don't know. For an EVGA's first attempt in 5 years, this isn't too bad. I'll give him that. Also, in watching back for there's two things I said. I mentioned this back door, but I don't know what it's for. There's weights that come with the mouse. You could put in 5. With all the weights in it, it's 128 grams. And the weight of this mouse is 103. About 100 without the back door on. With all the weights in, really back heavy. I also called this mouse a clone, but although it's obviously inspired by the G502 shape, calling it a clone was unfair. So